Martha is my best FF. I can't say that because we on NBC, but my BFF.
Best friend forever.
Okay.
Nah.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 20 hilarious celebrities who aren't comedians.
I miss British humour. I mean, you know.
Yeah.
Our humour just doesn't always travel.
For this list, we'll be looking at actors, singers, athletes, and other notable people who are not known as stand-up comedians, but are surprisingly funny in talk show appearances, interviews, and off-the-cuff moments. Which of these celebs made you laugh the hardest? Sound off in the comments. Number 20, Meryl Streep.
There are some days when I myself think I'm overrated. But not today.
She's given some of the most devastating portrayals in the history of movies. She's also talk show gold. Meryl Streep has proven time and again that on top of great talent, generosity, and an ear for accents,
if you ring with something broken on a Thursday, I'll make new with my glue, pins and thread.
she also knows how to take a joke. Considering what a giant she is in the history of the silver screen, her humor is almost humanizing, if not hilariously self-effacing. Still, she doesn't just skewer herself. She's a feminist through and through, and has no problem talking about the contradictory and bizarre experience of being a woman in Hollywood.
30 minutes. Faster than at my house.
Number 19, John Cena.
My name is John Cena.
Right.
That's also my dad's name. So my dad has been the biggest WWE fan for his entire life. And he finally piggybacks off of my notoriety and begins to work localized shows in the New England area.
I see.
Using the name, you guessed it, John Cena.
This WWE wrestler turned actor has shown us a lot of his humor in the ring.
Who is John Cena wrestling? Sometimes he's like this. Sometimes he's like this. And sometimes he's like this. And sometimes he's like this. And that's the four faces of John Cena wrestling.
He's just as funny and charming when he's outside the ring. Being a wrestler has helped him to become a talented improviser. He's unnatural at delivering deadpan jokes with a phony self-seriousness. In candid moments, he's just as hilarious. Cena isn't afraid to make fun of himself either. The best thing about Cena is that he knows how ridiculous his character is and seems to revel in parodying it. He's got a warm and inviting presence, with the tongue firmly planted in his chiseled cheek.
How did you demonstrate you were a machine?
Well, I used this ability to talk rather monotone and would say things authoritative, and just when I said I would kick your ass at the fairgrounds on Sunday, I would rewind it and say it again for you. I would kick your ass at the fairgrounds.
Number 18, Jeff Goldblum.
All I feel like I'm doing now is a bad impersonation of myself.
Talk about a Hollywood gem. Jeff Goldblum isn't just an incomparable talent on screen. He's got a fantastic sense of humor to boot. His one-of-a-kind delivery and oddball mannerisms always bring the house down. The Jurassic Park actor even had his own short-lived nonfiction series on Disney Plus titled The World According to Jeff Goldblum, where he provided his quirky commentary on subjects from sneakers to swimming pools to puzzles. If you got a crowd tuning in to watch you talk about puzzles, it's no doubt that you must have a captivating presence. He has an uncanny ability to draw the audience in with every word he says. We'd love to see him kill at an open mic.
The ice cream sandwich, oh baby, baby. And you know, it takes you back. Oh yeah. You know, it's like a time machine.
Number 17, Snoop Dogg.
Telekinesis.
Telekinesis?
Yes.
You're able to move things around?
No, I tell a few of my nieces.
As one of the most prolific and legendary West Coast rappers, Snoop Dogg's laid-back personality has made him a hit not only on the charts, but also on TV. His iconic team-up with domestic goddess Martha Stewart was a great showcase for his talents outside of music. If his lyrics weren't proof enough, Snoop is a notorious and shameless punster. His wordplay kills even when he's not behind the mic. As an added bonus, you can always count on him to make even the most innocent situation sound just a little bit naughty.
I like making ice balls for my drinks.
She
Have you ever made one?
I don't know what an
I
ice
never
ball
knew what
is.
ice ball was
This
either.
is very heavy.
Oh, man.
It's amazing when she makes these balls come out.
Number 16, Emily Blunt. Emily Blunt is an award-winning British actress who's played Mary Poppins and Queen Victoria and is married to John Krasinski.
I did encourage him that he would be welcome more if he stopped wearing a baseball cap, because I just said, you look so American.
Yet she's somehow so relatable. Doing press tours and talk show appearances sometimes seems like an endless parade of answering the same questions and trying to be enthusiastic about it. Blunt clearly takes fame and all that comes with it with a grain of salt. In her numerous appearances on shows like Jimmy Kimmel Live, her behind-the-scenes stories are always so funny and illuminating. While she doesn't take herself too seriously, when it comes to differences between the US and the UK, she's clearly got a preference.
When people come here from England, they kind of look down their noses at us.
Oh, we do.
Yeah.
Very much. Very much. Because we're better than you.
Number 15. Emma Thompson. She may be renowned for her work in period pieces and Shakespeare adaptations, but Emma Thompson began her career in sketch comedy. Clearly, she hasn't lost her touch.
That's a horse. Donkey? Oh, that's a gibbons. No, it's not a gibbon. A gibbon goes whoop, whoop. Okay.
No one can tell a story or deliver a completely organic punchline like Emma Thompson. Her quick wit and authentic personality make her a perfect guest no matter the occasion. Whether it's a talk show, a press junket, or an awards banquet, she can't help but fire off quips or withering comments at a breakneck pace. She truly deserves every award in existence, if only because she gives the best acceptance speeches in all of show business.
Of course, my principal thanks must go to Ang Lee, the director, even though he kept on coming up to me and saying things like, "Don't look so old," which was crushing.
Number 14. Robert Downey Jr. Tony Stark, aka Iron Man, is often described as a somewhat self-obsessed, reluctant hero with a keen sense of irreverence. It's no wonder how Robert Downey Jr. became the top choice for the role.
Mr. Lord, can you get your folks to circle up? Mr. Lord. Star-Lord is fine.
The MCU mainstay seems to have great fun presenting himself as a knowingly narcissistic Hollywood archetype.
Well, I'm going to send you love, and then I'm going to receive love. So here's me sending it. You get that? All right, I'm ready to receive.
Whether it's authentic or just one of the ways he stays sane during long press cycles, it's hysterically funny to watch him turn every conversation back to how great he is.
He's demonstrating a type of technology, but you see him when he was like 20.
But it's so real, it freaked me out. It freaked everybody.
You think it freaked me the heck out?
I mean,
I was like, my God, he was beautiful.
It wasn't always that way, but one thing that's true about RDJ is that he's always been a hoot. Number 13. Shaquille O'Neal. Clocking in at a dainty 7'1", Shaquille O'Neal made a lasting impact during his time in the NBA. But the former Los Angeles Laker is also famously funny. During his basketball career, his showy style of play endeared him to millions of fans. His playful press conference antics, his innovative shoe phone, and his rapport with interviewers have made him just as beloved off the court.
Usually when you boo-boo, you have 2 feet now.
Yeah, yeah.
It was coming out so hot, I had to reach, it was going, I had to say like, boo-boo on force.
Given how large and imposing he is, it's doubly hilarious to watch him strut around the set of Inside the NBA in a hairpiece and fall apart with laughter over the silliest comment.
If we go there, it'll never stop. It'll never stop. All right, we need to go to that next game quickly.
Number 12. Anna Kendrick. She's an Oscar nominee, she's been on Broadway, and she's headlined one of the biggest movie series of the 2010s.
You can sing. Dude! How high does your belt go? My what? Oh my God. You have to audition for the Bellas. I can't concentrate on anything you're saying until you cover your junk.
But Anna Kendrick is somehow just as gut-bustingly funny off-screen.
And there were like these 2 cool like music producer guys there, and they're like, just go for it, Anna. Just like get mad, get angry, like, you know, just harness that side of yourself. And I was like, okay.
Her honest but awkwardly hilarious tweets made her an even bigger star in the age of social media. Although much of her persona relies on her perceived awkwardness and introverted personality, Kendrick has never shied away from finding the humor in her embarrassing stories. She may be an introvert, but it's safe to say that when there's an audience to entertain, she knows exactly what she's doing.
I don't need more incentive to eat Taco Bell. Like, I don't need that.
So you need to do it, but you need to do it. You sound like it's a shameful act.
Shameful thing. but it's so good.
Right.
Number 11. Jeff Bridges. It's hard to imagine the actor who played the dude being anything but laid back and low-key hilarious. Shocking absolutely no one, it turns out that Jeff Bridges is exactly that. Who else would go on Conan and lead an oming session? Bridges is known as a low-key legend, given that his star image has been pretty fluid throughout the years. He doesn't often play the same kind of role. Though he's not a showboat or a ham, his relaxed and humble public persona is just that of a guy who is having a pretty good time.
Like I'm getting anxious right now. Are you really? But I can just, I don't fight that. I just say, oh, anxious, interesting.
Number 10. Matt Damon.
I can't believe I have a fucking Academy Award and I'm calling you back!
Do you know how only your closest friends know the real you? How you can often share an effortless connection with gags and in-jokes? This is similar to the dynamic Matt Damon possesses with his close celebrity friends. The actor, known largely for his work in drama and action franchises such as The Bourne Identity, cuts loose when paired with pals Ben Affleck and Jimmy Kimmel, often poking fun at his celebrity status while earning tons of laughs in the process. It's a fun reminder of just how well-rounded and versatile Damon is as a performer.
Dr. Phil teaches us that when the rooster... Sorry, Kimmel? We ran out of time.
Number 9. Justin Timberlake.
It's not the last cookie if we split it into white chocolate macadamia nut.
Speaking of celebrity pals, is there anything as adorably genuine as the friendship shared between former NSYNC singer Justin Timberlake and The Tonight Show host Jimmy Fallon? The pair have appeared numerous times on both the late-night staple as well as on Fallon's former home, Saturday Night Live, each time bringing the comedic thunder to their audience. Timberlake has made his dramatic mark felt on films such as In Time and The Social Network. But it's his humorous bits with Fallon that have likely increased the entertainer's stock since leaving his boy band days behind.
Are you kidding me? That is how it's done, my man. He's so great, am I right?
Number 8. Adele. The multi-Grammy Award winner and songstress has broken our hearts a million times over, but anyone who's ever seen Adele in an interview or live in concert knows just how funny she is underneath all that heartache.
And I think the Brit Awards performance had a massive thing to do with it. People seemed to really like it.
That
and
was
I think
stunning.
I thought I was really out of tune at the end, actually. I watched it back and I was like, ugh! But I did start crying, so it's all right.
Despite her many hit singles, we never get too much of her in the press. She only does press when she releases an album, and then she goes back into hiding to live a little and write a little more. But her down-to-earth personality and infectious laughter are always a welcome reminder of just how fun, talented, and humble she really is.
A couple of years ago when I was living in Germany, being there with the...
Number 7. Josh Groban.
Sorry, losers and haters, but my IQ is one of the highest, and you all know it.
The world of smooth, powerful, and operatic songwriting is Josh Groban's bag, baby. But that doesn't mean this talented fellow doesn't have another secret weapon up his sleeve. Yep, this multi-platinum recording artist also possesses one serious sense of humor, one which presents itself nearly each and every time the singer appears on a talk show to promote his work. Maybe it was Josh's ex Kat Dennings who tickled his funny bone, or maybe it just comes naturally to him. But Groban certainly has a second career waiting in comedy should the music bug stop biting.
I would probably sing one of my songs and somebody would be like, "That was at my uncle's funeral. Love you, man."
Number 6. Emma Stone.
Don't let me become a gift.
This Oscar-winning actress can sing, dance, and make you laugh. Getting her start in teen movies like Superbad and Easy A, Emma Stone honed her comedic talents early on, before graduating to more serious fare like Birdman and Battle of the Sexes. However, she certainly hasn't forgotten how to be funny, as her appearances on SNL have proved. Throw in her gut-busting appearances on the talk show circuit, including a memorable lip-sync battle with Jimmy Fallon, and you've got an actress who can leave anyone rolling in the aisles.
Every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up, and they stay there, and they say,
Number 5. Jon Hamm.
You have the first line, it's, "What's up, Ham Solo?" And I'm like, "How's it going, guys?"
Okay, we'll admit that Mad Men didn't leave a lot of room for leading man Jon Hamm to stretch his comedic muscles. All of that changed once Hamm started expanding his resume outside of the Mad Men boardroom, however, as he proved to everyone that he was one serious comedic force. Hamm has seen appearances on Saturday Night Live, The Tonight Show, and Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt raise his stock in the world of comedy, making it all a little unfair that someone as charming, handsome, and charismatic as Hamm should also be this damn funny.
Your Honor, I don't have one question for this witness. I have many questions.
Number 4. Jennifer Lawrence.
Can you name 5 Jennifer Lawrence movies?
5 Jennifer Lawrence movies?
I know. Who is that bitch?
Here's a question. Should the red carpet be a place for serious promotion, or just a place to let loose and be totally irreverent? The answer is definitely the latter if you're Jennifer Lawrence, whose award wins and nominations have usually arrived with a side order of the actress's trademark sass and silliness.
And then I came to the Oscars. I'm sorry, I did a shot before I...
Lawrence has won Academy Awards for her diligent work on the silver screen, but it's her ease and approachability which has likely earned her more popular success with the average fan, as Lawrence just comes across as a realistic person who just so happens to be freaking funny.
Then I have to go to the premiere and I am hammered. And so I get on the red carpet and I'm like, don't look drunk. Don't look drunk. And then I look like I've been electrified. Oh my God.
Number 3. Tom Hanks.
Any questions?
David S. Pumpkins. This is the only recent name you'll need to recognize if you're still on the fence as to whether or not iconic actor Tom Hanks is only cut out for the serious award scene. Sure, it could be argued that Hanks actually made his initial mark with such classic comedies as Bachelor Party, Splash, and Big, but Hanks also seemed to leave his 80s persona behind as his acting work began to mature. Still, it was his Saturday Night Live appearance as this supremely silly Halloween character that reminded us exactly how funny this Hollywood legend can be.
What's my name?
David S. Pumpkins.
Number 2. Ryan Reynolds.
And is she talking? Yeah, she's saying mama. Yeah. I'm telling you.
You know what, though? You know what my wife doesn't realize, though? Is that she calls me mama, too.
Hollywood heartthrobs like Ryan Reynolds don't have to be funny, but it helps. Indeed, one need only look to Reynolds' hit role in Marvel's Deadpool to see the success he has had with his smart and sarcastic sense of humor.
Woo! Superhero landing! Yeah, that's really hard on your knees.
Totally impractical. They all do it.
Sure, Reynolds probably just could have coasted on his leading man good looks to see him through, but it just seems as if he was born to play the ever-popular merc with a mouth on the silver screen. Thankfully, it looks like Reynolds enjoys moving back and forth between comedy and dramatic action, making it fairly certain that his audience won't be getting sick of his antics anytime soon.
This one's hard. This one's hard.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Okay, so it's highly likely that you're going to cultivate a pretty strong sense of humor when you grow up in the wild and wacky world of professional wrestling. The story of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is something special though, as the Hollywood superstar seems to possess an almost otherworldly amount of charm and charisma.
Anytime you have a leather fanny pack, one must insert the thumb.
This was likely honed through Johnson's vigorous schedule as one of the WWE's most iconic stars, where he earned a rep for cutting some of the industry's most hilarious promos. Today, The Rock is one of Hollywood's most recognizable and highly paid performers, bringing his one-of-a-kind sense of humor to some of the world's most successful film franchises.
I'm swallowing you.
I know what you're doing.
I'm swallowing you.
I know what you...
Oh, God!
When you grow up in the world of blah 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 blah. Okay, so it's highly likely that you're going to cultivate a pretty strong sense of humor when you grow up in the wild and wacky world of professional wrestling.